Have you ever wondered when is the best time to fish? That's a great question when you're just getting started. And I'll tell you what, buddy, that is a loaded question because there are a lot of moving parts to that one. Hey, you, this is me, A.D. Ross with Novi Outdoors. Today, we're going to be going over when is the best time to fish. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, y'all. So, when the best time to fish, a lot depends on, I broke it up to a couple things. The weather, when it's convenient for the fish, and when you can get out there. So with the weather, there's a lot of things involved in that one. Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Is it windy? Is it not windy? Is the pressure up? Is the pressure down? That's another one we're going to get into another video, so just stay tuned if you ain't been around often or long enough. But those are conditions that have to be taken into account when you fish. Now, other conditions, are when the fish are hungry. Now, there are different time periods when fish feed more than others. I mean, some out there will say, well, fish got to eat all the time. And, well, that's right. There are some times that are better than others. So they typically go by like a solar-lunar phase in their feeding times, which change every day. So there's a couple different apps out there. I'd recommend Bass Forecast. Now, I ain't got nothing to do affiliation-wise with Bass Forecast. I just want to throw that out there. But it is a great app to tell you when the fishing times are at their peak and when they're at their lows. Now, in the middle, they ain't going to be eating when, it's not feeding time. And I tell you what, I've thrown lures at bass just watching them, and they just, they ain't got nothing to do with it. And that happens sometimes. So take note of that when you're out. And then, the average Joe will say, you know what, Novi, whenever I can get out. Well, that's true. There are times that you can plan according to these other conditions I was talking about. The weather, when the fish are biting. These are important things to know. But if there's anything I could recommend is whenever you can. Whenever you can get out and fish, go fish. Because I tell you what, that's going to be an experience that you can write down, what happened, what you were doing, what you were throwing, what the weather was like, were the fish biting, weren't they biting anything you were throwing. Make notes on what you were throwing and where you were at. I mean, there's a lot of different things, but when the best time to fish is really identified best by doing it. But a couple of these things we can control or can't control, like when it comes to the weather. We want to look for opportunities and windows of opportunities that we can kind of go after. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys for stopping by with me here today. If you're new, if you go ahead and subscribe, I'm going to throw a little subscribe button down there, and then maybe you can hop over to one of these other videos we were talking about, the who, what, when, where, why, on the road with Novi Outdoors. This is a series we're doing. So if you could check that out, that'd be great. I look forward to speaking with you guys again soon, and I appreciate you for stopping by. Have a great day, everybody.